Super Bowl commercials, the best and worst ads in historypart2. Super Bowl commercials have become a cultural phenomenon in their own right. Every year, companies spend millions of dollars to secure a coveted spot during the big game in the hopes of capturing the attention of the massive audience. The history of Super Bowl commercials can be traced back to the very first Super Bowl in 1967, when a 30-second ad spot cost a mere $42,000. Since then, the cost of Super Bowl ads has skyrocketed, with a 30-second spot during the 2022 Super Bowl costing an estimated $6.5 million. The most successful Super Bowl commercials have been those that capture the spirit of the event itself. They are often funny, heartwarming, or inspiring, and they feature celebrities, cute animals, or iconic moments from pop culture. Many companies have used the Super Bowl as a platform to launch new products, promote their brand, or even make a political statement. The best Super Bowl commercials have become an integral part of the event, with people often talking about them more than the game itself. Of course, not all Super Bowl commercials are successful. Some are widely criticized for being insensitive, offensive, or just plain boring. Over the years, there have been a number of Super Bowl ad flops, including the notorious 1984 Apple commercial that was widely panned at the time but is now considered a classic. Despite the risks, Super Bowl commercials remain a major draw for companies looking to make a splash on the biggest advertising stage of the year. With each passing year, the commercials become more elaborate and the stakes get higher, as companies try to outdo each other and capture the attention of the massive audience tuning into the big game. Whether the ads are successful or not, they have become an integral part of Super Bowl culture and a reflection of the ever-changing landscape of advertising and pop culture. Super Bowl halftime shows have become an integral part of the Super Bowl experience, with some of the biggest names in music performing during this highly anticipated event. From iconic performances by Michael Jackson and Prince to controversial moments like Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction, Super Bowl halftime shows have provided unforgettable moments for both football and music fans alike. The concept of a halftime show began in the 1960s, with marching bands and drill teams performing during the break in the game. However, the halftime shows as we know them today did not really take off until the 1980s, when big-name acts like Diana Ross and Michael Jackson began headlining these performances. Since then, the halftime show has become a highly coveted gig for musicians, with acts like Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, and The Weeknd taking the stage in recent years. The halftime show has also seen its share of controversy. In 2004, Janet Jackson's performance with Justin Timberlake ended with the now infamous wardrobe malfunction, leading to a crackdown on the content of future shows. More recently, controversy has surrounded the halftime show due to the NFL's handling of social justice issues and the decision to include or exclude certain artists based on their political views. Despite these controversies, the halftime show remains one of the most highly anticipated parts of the Super Bowl. Fans eagerly await the announcement of the performers each year, and the halftime show has become a cultural phenomenon in its own right. With each new show comes the potential for groundbreaking performances, unforgettable moments, and a chance for musicians to leave their mark on one of the biggest stages in the world. The Super Bowl is one of the biggest sporting events in the world, with millions of fans tuning in every year. But it's not just a game, it's also a massive economic opportunity for the cities and companies that host it. In fact, the Super Bowl has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, with an economic impact that is felt far beyond the stadium where the game is played. One of the primary ways in which the Super Bowl generates economic impact is through tourism. When a city hosts the Super Bowl, it can expect to see a massive influx of visitors, including fans, media members, and corporate sponsors. These visitors spend money on hotels, restaurants, transportation, and other goods and services, which helps to boost the local economy. According to some estimates, the economic impact of the Super Bowl can be as high as $500 million for the host city. But the economic impact of the Super Bowl goes beyond just tourism. The game is also a major marketing opportunity for companies that want to reach a large and engaged audience. Super Bowl ads are some of the most expensive commercials on television, with a 30-second spot during the game costing millions of dollars. However, the exposure that companies can get from these ads is often worth the investment, as they can reach tens of millions of viewers. In addition to the economic impact generated by the game itself, the Super Bowl also has long-term effects on the host city. For example, hosting the Super Bowl can help to boost a city's profile and reputation, making it more attractive to businesses and tourists in the future. It can also lead to investments in infrastructure and other improvements that can benefit the city for years to come. However, it's important to note that the economic impact of the Super Bowl is not always positive. In some cases, the costs of hosting the game can outweigh the benefits, particularly if the city is required to build new infrastructure or make other major investments in order to accommodate the event. Additionally, the economic benefits of the Super Bowl are often concentrated in a small number of businesses, such as hotels and restaurants, rather than being spread throughout the broader community. Overall, the Super Bowl is a major economic event with far-reaching implications. While the economic impact of the game is not always clear-cut, there is no denying that it has become a significant driver of economic activity and a major opportunity for businesses, cities, and other organizations. The Super Bowl has become more than just a championship football game. It is a cultural event that brings together millions of people around the world, both avid sports fans and casual viewers alike. In addition to the game itself, the Super Bowl has also spawned a number of traditions that have become just as important as the action on the field. One of the most well-known Super Bowl traditions is the party. People from all walks of life gather to watch the game with friends, family, and even strangers. The tradition of hosting or attending a Super Bowl party is one that has grown over the years, with people often planning their menus, decorations, and even outfits in advance. Another popular tradition is the food. Super Bowl Sunday has become one of the biggest food consumption days of the year, with everything from chips and dips to wings and pizza on the menu. Some people even prepare special dishes, such as chili or nachos, for the occasion. Many of these foods have become synonymous with the Super Bowl, with fans eagerly looking forward to indulging in their favorite snacks. Super Bowl commercials have also become a popular tradition, with viewers eagerly anticipating the creative and often humorous ads that air during the game. Companies have been known to spend millions of dollars for a 30-second spot during the Super Bowl, and the commercials have become a major event in their own right, with people even tuning in just to watch the ads. The halftime show is another tradition that has evolved over the years. What began as a simple marching band performance has now become a major production, with some of the biggest names in music taking the stage. The halftime show has become an important aspect of the Super Bowl, with fans eagerly anticipating the performances and often talking about them for days afterward. Finally, Super Bowl betting has become a tradition that is enjoyed by many fans. From office pools to online betting sites, people love to wager on the outcome of the game, with some even placing prop bets on things like the length of the national anthem or the color of the Gatorade that will be dumped on the winning coach. In conclusion, the Super Bowl is more than just a football game, it is a cultural event that has spawned a number of traditions. From parties and food to commercials, halftime shows, and betting, the Super Bowl has something for everyone. It is a time when people come together to celebrate, have fun, and enjoy some of the best that the sports and entertainment worlds have to offer.